The FIFA World Cup is the most-watched sporting event on Earth, capturing the attention of billions of people every 4 years. Since the first tournament in 1930, nations have battled under a strict set of regulations to claim the ultimate prize in football. For decades, the format was deliberately restrictive. Capping the tournament at 32 teams meant only the absolute best national squads on the planet survived the grueling qualification process. That steep barrier to entry gave the tournament its prestige. Winning required surviving a gauntlet of elite competitors, making this trophy the most difficult to claim in international sports. But in 2026, the governing body of football is throwing out that established formula. For the first time, 3 countries will share the hosting duties, splitting matches across the United States, Canada, and Mexico. At the same time, the competitive roster is growing by a significant margin, jumping from 32 competing nations to 48. Adding 16 teams to the bracket pushes the logistical limits of the competition. It is a large-scale experiment to see exactly how far the sport's global footprint can stretch. FIFA is betting that a larger tournament will elevate the game's profile worldwide. Critics argue that stretching the competition so wide could ruin the exact formula that made it so highly coveted to begin with. By adding those 16 extra slots, countries with emerging football programs that routinely struggle to qualify now have a realistic path to the world stage. This chart shows the relationship between participants and reach. A 48-nation roster leads to a jump in total matches played, which in turn results in a proportional increase in global television viewing hours. More matches and more viewers give FIFA the leverage to negotiate much larger broadcast rights and secure broad global sponsorship contracts. Because North America already possesses an extensive network of high-capacity stadiums, organizers can guarantee millions of extra ticket sales and major boosts to local tourism. While the expansion is framed as a way to grow the game globally, the underlying math reveals a calculated billion-dollar commercial growth strategy. But scaling up the business introduces immediate competitive risks. Bringing in 16 lower-ranked national teams could dilute the elite talent pool, leading to heavily lopsided matches in the opening rounds. This map shows the 2026 layout. Spanning 3 massive countries, it creates a sprawling footprint. Fans and national teams will have to navigate international borders and endure long-haul flights just to move between group matches. For the athletes, that extensive travel schedule introduces significant physical fatigue, which can seriously compromise their peak performance on the pitch. The exact scale that guarantees increased revenue creates an environment of logistical friction that threatens the quality of the football itself. What happens in North America is designed to be permanent. FIFA plans to keep this 48-team structure for all subsequent tournaments. The complex logistical requirements of housing and transporting 48 squads means future bids will likely rely on multinational coalitions. The days of a single, smaller nation hosting the tournament alone are practically over. With dozens of matches occurring simultaneously across different time zones, broadcasters must invest in bandwidth to handle global live traffic. It also acts as an intense stress test for pitch technology. Ensuring consistent, fair calls across so many distinct venues simultaneously will heavily tax the video assistant referee systems. The 2026 World Cup will demonstrate whether the quality on the pitch can survive the weight of FIFA's own growth ambitions. Whether it succeeds or fails, it will serve as the template for global sports for decades to come.